My name is Jordan Hayes, and I am 30 years old. The day my father told me I had no future, we were sitting in the back row of a tech industry conference in downtown Seattle. 2,000 people. Keynote speakers. Panels. Networking. The kind of event my father loved because it made him feel important. He was there as a guest. Invited by one of his golf buddies who worked in venture capital. I was there for a different reason. But he did not know that yet. We sat together because he had insisted. Saw me in the lobby. Waved me over. Acted like we had a relationship. Like he had not spent the last 10 years telling me I was wasting my life. The keynote speaker was talking about innovation. About taking risks. About building something from nothing. My father was half listening. Half scrolling through his phone. He leaned close. Whispered. This is all nonsense. These tech people. They think they are changing the world but they are just burning investor money. I said nothing. Just watched the stage. You should be paying attention though. Maybe you will learn something. God knows you need it. I kept my face neutral. Did not react. I had learned years ago that reacting only made it worse. He continued. I ran into Tom Henderson at the bar last night. Told him about you. About your little project. He laughed. Said it was cute. That you were an entrepreneur. My little project. That is what he called it. The company I had been building for 4 years. The platform now has 3 million users. The business that was profitable and growing. He did not know any of that. Had never asked. Just assumed I was failing because that fit his narrative. You know what your problem is, Jordan? You have no sense of reality. No understanding of how the real world works. You chase these ridiculous dreams instead of getting a real job. Building a real career. I have a job. He laughed. Quietly. Cruelly. No. You have a hobby. And one day, probably soon, you are going to realize that hobbies do not pay bills. That dreams do not feed you. And you are going to come to me. Begging. Asking for help. Asking for money. I will not. You will. They all do. All you entitled kids who think the world owes you something. Who think you can just start a company and become a millionaire. Reality hits eventually. And when it does, you will come crawling back. I looked at him. At his smug face. His absolute certainty that he was right. That I was wrong. That I would fail. I am not going to beg you for anything. We will see. The keynote ended. Applause. The moderator took the stage. Introduced the next session. A panel on emerging tech companies. Featuring founders who had successfully scaled their businesses. My father settled back in his chair. This should be good. Real entrepreneurs. Not wannabes. The moderator began introducing the panelists. First up was a woman who founded a biotech startup. Then a man who built a logistics platform. Then a woman who created an AI company. And finally, the moderator said, we have Jordan Hayes. Founder and CEO of Streamflow. The fastest growing content aggregation platform in North America. 3 million users. 50 million in annual revenue. And just 26 months old. The room applauded. My father sat frozen. Staring at the stage. Then at me. I stood. Smiled at him. Excuse me. That is my cue. I walked down the aisle. Climbed the stairs to the stage. Shook hands with the moderator. Took my seat with the other panelists. From the stage, I could see my father. Still in his seat. Face pale. Mouth open. Hand trembling slightly as he gripped his phone. The moderator turned to me. Jordan, thank you for joining us. Tell us about Streamflow. How did you build it? I looked at my father. Made sure he was watching. Then I began. People think building a company is about one big idea. It is not. It is about 1,000 small decisions. About persistence when everyone tells you to quit. About believing in something when no one else does. 4 years ago, I was working at a mid-tier marketing agency. Decent job. Decent salary. Boring work. I was creating social media campaigns for brands that did not care about quality. Just about metrics. Clicks. Impressions. Numbers that meant nothing. I was miserable. But I was stable. And my father loved stability. Then I noticed something. Content creators, People making videos, podcasts, articles, were struggling to aggregate their audiences. They had followers on 10 different platforms but no way to connect with all of them at once. No way to monetize effectively. No way to build a sustainable business. I started sketching out an idea. A platform that would let creators aggregate their content, their audiences, their revenue streams. One dashboard. One subscription model. One simple system. I built a prototype. Nights and weekends. Teaching myself to code. Making mistakes. Learning. Rebuilding. I showed it to my father. Asked for his feedback. His support. He looked at it for 30 seconds. This is pointless. Creators are not a real market. They are hobbyists. Why would anyone pay for this? I think they would. You think wrong. Get a better job. Stop wasting time on this nonsense. I ignored him. Keep building. Launched a beta version. Got 50 users. Then 500. Then 5,000. I quit my marketing job. Went full-time on StreamFlow. My father was furious. Told me I was ruining my life. Throwing away security. Making the biggest mistake of my career. You will fail, he said. And when you do, do not come crying to me. I will not bail you out. I did not ask you to. But you will. They always do. I moved into a cheaper apartment. Ate ramen. Worked 18-hour days. Brought on as a co-founder. Sarah Lynn. A designer I met at a startup meetup. She believed in the vision. In the product. In me. Together, we grew StreamFlow. 10,000 users. 50,000. 100,000. We raised a seed round. $2 million. From investors who saw the potential. Who believed in creators as a market. We hired a team. Built better features. Improved the platform. Listened to users. Iterated constantly. Within 2 years, we had 1 million users. Revenue was growing. We were profitable. Not huge. But sustainable. Real. My father never asked about it. Never acknowledged it. Just continued to tell people I was wasting my time. Playing entrepreneur. Living in a fantasy. Then we hit 3 million users. Raised a Series A, $20 million. Valuation of $150 million. That is when I got invited to speak at this conference. As a panelist. As a successful founder. As someone who had built something real. I did not tell my father. Did not think he would care. Did not think he would even be there. But he was. And now he was watching me. On stage. Being introduced as a CEO. As someone who had done exactly what he said was impossible. The panel lasted 45 minutes. Questions about scaling. About fundraising. About building teams. About dealing with failure. About staying motivated when everyone doubts you. I answered honestly. I talked about the early days. The struggles. The moments I almost quit. The people who believed in me when my own father did not. One question hit hard. The moderator asked, "What was the hardest part of building your company?" I thought about it. I looked at my father in the audience. Then answered. The hardest part was building something while the people closest to me told me I was failing. That I had no future. That I was wasting my time. You start to believe it. You start to doubt yourself. But then you remember why you started. What you are building. Who you are helping. And you keep going. The room was quiet. Listening. My father looked at the floor. The panel ended. Applause. We stood. Shook hands. The moderator thanked us. The audience began to disperse. I stayed on stage. Talking to the other panelists. Exchanging contacts. Being professional. But I was watching my father. Watching him sit in his seat. Not moving. Not leaving. Just sitting. Finally, he stood. Walked toward the stage. I met him at the stairs. He looked at me. Face unreadable. Jordan. I did not know. I know. You never told me. About the users. The revenue. The funding. You never asked. He was quiet. Then. Why did you not tell me? Because you made it clear you were not interested. Every time I mentioned StreamFlow, you dismissed it. I called it a hobby. Told me I was wasting my time. So I stopped telling you. I would have listened. No. You would have found reasons why it would not work. Why I would fail. You have been doing that my whole life. That is not fair. It is accurate. He shifted uncomfortably. I am proud of you. What you built. It is impressive. Thank you. Can we talk later? Maybe dinner. I have meetings all afternoon. Investor calls tonight. Tomorrow then? I do not know. I will let you know. I walked away. Did not wait for his response. Had spent too many years waiting for his approval. His belief. His acknowledgement that I mattered. I did not need it anymore. But part of me still wanted it. That evening, there was a networking reception. Hotel ballroom. Open bar. Hundreds of people. Founders. Investors. Industry leaders. Everyone is trying to make connections. Build relationships. Find opportunities. I stood near the bar. Talking to a venture capitalist who was interested in our next funding round. Sarah was with me. Taking notes. Being brilliant as always. My father appeared. Holding a drink. Looking nervous. Jordan. Can I talk to you? I am in the middle of something. It will only take a moment. The VC I was talking to smiled. Go ahead. We can continue this later. I stepped aside with my father. What do you want? I wanted to apologize. For what I said earlier. At the conference. About you begging. About having no future. That was cruel. Wrong. Yes. It was. I did not know what you had built. If I had known, you would have what? Support me? Believed in me? You had 4 years to ask. To show interest. To see what I was doing. You chose not to. I made a mistake. You made many mistakes. He flinched. I deserved that. Yes. You did. We stood in awkward silence. Neither of us know what to say. How to bridge years of disappointment. Of dismissal. Of being unseen. Then Sarah appeared. Jordan, they are ready for you. The announcement. I nodded. I turned to my father. I have to go. What announcement? You will see. I followed Sarah to the front of the ballroom. A small stage. Microphone. The conference organizers were setting up. One of them, Michael Chen, approached me. Ready? Ready. He took the microphone. Tapped it. The room quieted. Attention shifted to the stage. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Before we continue networking, I have a special announcement. As you know, this conference celebrates innovation in tech. Every year, we recognize a founder who exemplifies the entrepreneurial spirit. Someone who took risks. Built something meaningful. Created value not just for investors but for users. For communities. He paused. This year, that founder is Jordan Hayes. Founder and CEO of Streamflow. A platform that has revolutionized how content creators build their businesses. 3 million users. 50 million in revenue. And only 26 months old. Jordan, would you please join me on stage? Applause. Loud. Genuine. I walked up. Shook Michael's hand. Took the microphone. From the stage, I could see my father. Standing at the back. Watching. His hand was trembling. Gripping his drink. Face pale. I spoke. Thank you. This is unexpected. Humbling. When I started Streamflow, I did not think about awards. Or recognition. I thought about creators. People who were making incredible content but struggling to make a living. I wanted to help them. To build something that served them. And somehow, that became a company. A team. A platform that 3 million people trust. More applause. I continued. But I want to be honest. Building this was hard. Not just because of the work. Because of the doubt. The people who told me I was wasting my time. That I had no future. That I would fail. That doubt gets inside you. Makes you question everything. But then you remember. You are not building for them. You are building for the people who need what you are creating. For the users who believe in your vision. For the team that shows up every day to make it real. I looked at my father. He was crying. Quietly. Trying to hide it. So thank you. To everyone who supported Streamflow. Who believed when others did not? Who helped us get here? This award belongs to all of you. I stepped off stage. Sarah hugged me. Whispered. Your dad is still watching. I know. Are you going to talk to him? Eventually. Not now. Later that night, I sat alone in the hotel bar. Exhausted. Emotionally drained. Needing space. Quiet. Distance from the conference. The people. The performance. My father found me. Sat down without asking. Ordered a drink. We sat in silence for several minutes. Finally, he spoke. I am sorry. For everything. For not believing in you. For telling you that you had no future. For making you feel like you had to prove something. I did have to prove something. To myself. That I could do this. That I was capable. That you were wrong. I was wrong. About everything. Yes. You were. He finished his drink. Ordered another. I do not know how to fix this. Our relationship. The years of damage. I do not know if you can. He looked at me. Eyes red. Voice breaking. I love you. I have always loved you. I just did not know how to show it. How? To support you. My father did not support me. He pushed me. Criticized me. Made me feel like nothing was ever good enough. And I did the same to you. I am sorry. Apologies do not erase years of hurt. I know. But they are a start. We sat in silence again. The bartender refilled our drinks. The bar was mostly empty now. Just a few people scattered around. Why did you do it? I asked. Why did you constantly tear me down? He was quiet for a long time. Then. Because I was jealous. You had courage I never had. You took risks I was too scared to take. You believed in yourself when I never believed in myself. And instead of being proud, I was threatened. Afraid that you would succeed where I failed. So I tried to stop you. To keep you small. So I would not have to face my own cowardice. That is honest. It is the truth. I thought about his words. About his admission. About the years of criticism that were really about him. Not me. I do not forgive you. Not yet. Maybe not ever. But I appreciate your honesty. That is fair. If you want to rebuild our relationship, it starts with you seeing me. Actually seeing me. Not who you think I should be. Who I actually am. What I have actually built. And respecting it. Even if you do not understand it. I can do that. Then maybe we have a chance. He nodded. Finished his drink. Stood to leave. Paused. Jordan, you were right. About everything. You have a future. A brilliant one. And I am sorry I could not see it sooner. He left. I sat alone. Processing. Feeling something shift. Not healing. Not forgiveness. But acknowledgement. That the person who hurt me most was finally seeing me. Finally admitting what he did. Finally taking responsibility. It was not enough. But it was something. 6 months after the conference, Streamflow hit 5 million users. We raised a Series B, $60 million. Valuation of $400 million. We were scaling. Hiring. Expanding internationally. Building features users asked for. Creating a platform that mattered. My father and I talked once a month. Stiff conversations. Careful. Both of us trying. He asked about the company. Actually, I listened when I answered. Did not offer unsolicited advice. Did not criticize. Just listened. It was strange. Uncomfortable. But real. One evening, he called. Asked if he could visit. See the office. Meet the team. I hesitated. Then agreed. He came the following week. I gave him a tour. Showed him our workspace. Introduced him to Sarah. To the engineers. To the customer support team. To everyone who made Streamflow work. He was quiet. Observing. Taking it in. Afterward, we sat in my office. He looked around. At the whiteboards covered in product roadmaps. At the user testimonials pinned to the wall. At the team photo from our last company retreat. You built something real. I know. I mean really real. Not just a company. A community. A team that believes in what you are doing. That was always the goal. He nodded. I wish I had seen it sooner. Supported you. Believed in you. You are seeing it now. That is what matters. Is it enough? I do not know yet. But it is a start. He stood. Prepared to leave. Paused at the door. Jordan, I am proud of you. I know I do not have the right to say that. But I am. Thank you. After he left, Sarah came into my office. How did that go? Better than expected. Good. She smiled. He looked impressed. Maybe even a little humbled. He should be. He spent years telling me I had no future. Now he is standing in the office of the company I built. It's hard not to feel humbled by that. Are you going to forgive him? Eventually. Maybe. He is trying. That counts for something. It does. 1 year after the conference, Streamflow crossed 10 million users. We were profitable. Growing. Building. We had offices in 3 cities. A team of 200. Partnerships with major brands. A platform that creators trusted. That worked. That mattered. I was invited back to the same conference. As a keynote speaker this time. Not a panelist. The main stage. Opening the event. My father asked if he could attend. I said yes. The morning of the keynote, I stood backstage. Nervous. Excited. Ready. Sarah found me. You ready for this? As ready as I will ever be. You are going to be great. You always are. She handed me a folder. These are the user stories you wanted. The ones about how Streamflow changed their lives. Their businesses. Their futures. I read through them. Creators who had quit their day jobs because Streamflow made it possible. Single parents supporting their families. Artists finally making a living from their work. People who had been told they had no future. Who proved everyone wrong. People like me. The stage manager called my name. I walked out. The auditorium was packed. 3,000 people. My father sat in the 3rd row. Front and center. Watching. I took the microphone. Began. My name is Jordan Hayes. 1 year ago, I sat in the back row of this conference while my father told me I had no future. That I was wasting my time. That I would fail. That I would beg him for help one day. The room was silent. Listening. I continued. He was wrong. Not because I am special. But because I believed in something. I built something. I kept going when everyone told me to quit. And I found people who believed in the same thing. Who helped me build it. Who made it real. I looked at my father. He was watching. Listening. Present. Streamflow now has 10 million users. People who are building their futures. Creating their careers. Making a living from their passion. They were told they had no future too. That being a creator was not a real job. That they should give up. Get stable employment. Stop dreaming. But they did not quit. They kept building. And we built a platform to help them. To give them tools. Resources. Community. To prove that the future is not predetermined. It is created. By people who refuse to accept other people's limitations. Applause. Loud. Genuine. I let it settle. Then continued. So to everyone here. Everyone building something. Everyone being told you have no future. Know this. You do have a future. You are creating it right now. With every decision. Every risk. Every moment you choose to believe in yourself when no one else does. More applause. I finished. Thank you for being here. Thank you for building. Thank you for proving that the future belongs to those who create it. I walked off stage. Sarah hugged me. Your dad is crying again. Good. He should be. Are you going to talk to him? Yes. But later. Right now, I want to enjoy this. The moment. The success. The future I built. We walked to the green room. Took calls. Answered emails. Celebrated. Later that afternoon, my father found me. Hugged me. Whispered. I am sorry. For everything. You were right. About all of it. I know. You have an incredible future. You always did. I just could not see it. You can see it now. That is what matters. He pulled back. Smiled through tears. I am proud of you. So proud. Thank you. We stood there. Father and son. Years of hurt between us. But also something new. Something rebuilding. Slowly. Carefully. Honestly. I did not forgive him fully. Not yet. Maybe never. But I saw him trying. Saw him acknowledging. Saw him showing up. And sometimes, that is enough. 2 years after he told me I had no future, I stood in the Streamflow office. Surrounded by my team. Looking at our user count. 15 million. Revenue projections for the year. 120 million. Plans for expansion. New features. New partnerships. I thought about that conference. That moment. My father whispering failure into me. Telling me I would beg. That I had no future. He was wrong. Not because I proved him wrong. Because I built something real. Something that mattered. Something that changed lives. The future was never about him. It was never about his approval. His belief. His validation. It was about me. Choosing to build. Choosing to persist. Choosing to believe in myself when no one else did. That is what the future is. A choice. A decision. A refusal to accept other people's limitations. And I chose mine.